Welcome to Hardback Life. It's time for stories, sass, and strong opinions. Let's turn the page. I'm Cassie.
And I'm Becca.
She's in rare form today, guys.
We haven't done this in so long.
No, I know. I was just going to say, it feels like it's been a bit. Last time I recorded was by myself.
Yeah, we didn't record last week
We were
because
away.
we were on our trip. And then the weekend before that, you recorded alone, which honestly, was a hit.
I guess so. I was shocked to see. I mean, guys, not that it's gotten like thousands of views. It's got like 30-something views on YouTube, but still.
Yeah, but there's other episodes that we actually dove into books and took the time, and people
Yeah,
were
and it
like,
did not.
nah, 9 views. And it's like Cassie does 1-star reviews of her
I
5-star
know.
books, and
Isn't
people are
that?
like, Cassie is what I'm looking for.
No.
We should once in a while, each record our own episode and see who does better. We'll battle of the single episodes.
We might not be friends. I might get too competitive for that.
Okay, so we won't compete, but I will do a solo episode eventually because you did
Yeah.
one, so I feel like I need to do one.
It was
Was it hard?
It was interesting. I mean, I am not like this social butterfly, so the idea of having to do this by myself was very daunting. I'm not gonna.
You're really funny though because I watched the recording and I didn't watch it all, but I watched some of it, and it was you would read the 1-star, you would read the review from Goodreads, and then you go, no, I don't agree with that. It was just
I
really funny.
know. And at certain points, I was like, I don't know why people get so upset over these reviews. And then at another point, I was like, no, you're wrong.
We should start reading a 5-star review for the books we review, and then a 1-star. That'd be a good, or once in a while, if
That'd
we
be
feel
fun.
like it. I don't know.
Did you get to the Silver Flames part? Because I did that just for you. I did
No, I
1-star
did not
reviews of
yet.
Silver Flames. People don't like Nesta.
Well, I mean, I really relate to Nesta, and not everybody
Yeah.
likes me, so that makes sense.
You're not gonna please everybody. What are you gonna do?
I'm done pleasing people. I'm done. You don't fucking like me. Oh, sorry, you don't like me. See,
We've cursed on here before. It's okay.
I know, I'm just trying to be kinder.
So what's new?
What has happened in the last, I don't know.
Our book trip was
How long?
amazing. If you guys
Oh my
haven't
God.
seen on our Instagram.
I think people are gonna be over our
Yeah.
book trip.
I'm not, though. I wish I was still there.
Our book trip was so good. Honestly, my favorite part, I think, was Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, that was so nice.
It was so good. And then
It was my first real true Friendsgiving. We did one a few years ago where it was but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same kind of vibe.
yeah, no, it was just at one point one of our I won't call her out on here, but at one point one of our friends was like, I don't even get this intimate with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
It was
It was really nice because I was like, I feel that. But yeah, so Thanksgiving dinner was my fave. The beach the next morning was too.
the beach was so nice.
The beach was really nice.
There was a lot of dead horseshoe crabs and fish, though. You guys, we have a shared album with all of our friends that went on the trip, and it's just all dead fish.
Yeah, that's it. Hold on, should I pull up a picture?
I don't know. Does anybody want to see that?
Probably not.
Probably
I'll
not.
refrain. But yeah, the
We'll
book
put
trip
one on
was good.
Instagram. Just kidding. No, we won't.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
What was I doing the weekend you recorded by yourself?
You were gallivanting around North Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that was really nice. I got to see Madison, who's in our book club, and then Sarah, who's also in our book club. But you guys know Sarah.
Yeah, she's been on here.
So yeah, that was fun. Madison took me to so many new bookstores that were so cute in
Did you go to her
Raleigh-Durham.
bakery? Madison has a
Yeah.
bakery if you're ever in North Carolina.
It's called the Yellow Garden Bake Shop. Small business shout out.
She sends
So
us, and
good.
it's always my favorite when she goes to Comic-Cons and stuff like that. She always makes individual cookies for people she knows she's going to see there. So for the guy who played Luke from Gilmore Girls, and she made him a Luke Steiner one. She ran into she made him a Sonic one, but I know him from Parks and Rec, Ben Schwartz.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
We should link her small business page in our show notes.
Yeah, definitely. I love it.
All 32 people who listen to your solo episode can buy some pastries.
It's up to 38 now, actually. I
love
was
that.
looking
But
because
yeah,
my brother, I saw him on Saturday, and he's like, Cassie, I was looking at some of your shorts on YouTube. He goes, did you know some of them have over 1,000 views? I was like, yeah.
yes.
He goes, that's crazy. And I said, you're telling me?
We're
Not
pretty
all of them,
cool.
but some of them have over 1,000.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna look back at the ones that actually, I'm not, because 'cause I'm not signed into anything on this new phone.
Also,
I think
I just had to do it on my iPad.
I think I'm just gonna, like, use it as an excuse to, like, maybe, like, not like, disconnect for a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. I think aside from, like, our Instagram, because obviously I will continue doing that, but, like, I think for, like, the holidays, like, Christmas to New Year's, I'm gonna refrain from.
Myself. Me too.
Except, like I said, for ours, and what's really nice about ours is because we're so niche and we only like other book pages, nothing but books comes up on our page.
Yeah, nothing, I just get books.
Literally, there's no news, there's nothing. So, like,
I'm
if I'm
back
gonna
to
scroll, which I try not to do, like, I really try to interact a lot, but I don't just, like, mindlessly scroll. If I'm scrolling, I'm trying to interact. But I think, like, Facebook, again, maybe I'll post on our TikTok, but even that, like, I make, like, one funny one a month. It's not like I'm, like, really crushing it on there.
honestly, I'm dumb because I should have posted the 2 Instagram reels on our TikTok. I should do that
You could still do that
from the
whenever.
trip. Yeah.
The only ones that really ever hit are ACOTARs, specifically Tamlin
ACOTAR
hitting.
or sometimes, sometimes our cute, like, book ones, like, friends ones, I feel like hit
Yeah.
sometimes, but what are you reading?
I'm finally reading First Time Caller, and I'm super excited because I already got approved for the arc for the next book in the series.
Nice.
So as soon as I finish this, I'm going right into the arc. So I'm
Special.
super
That
excited.
author's from Baltimore, actually.
I know. And the book is based in Baltimore. Fun fact. I don't know if
What's
you knew
the
that.
author's name?
BK Borison. Did I say that right?
Okay.
Yeah,
Are you
Borison.
enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I'm not super far into it, and
Okay.
I've told you, I really like going in as blind as I can to books, so, like, I knew that obviously somehow this was related to the radio, like, that's pretty much all
Well,
I knew about this
obviously.
book, and so the meeting of them is actually so cute. It's not gonna spoil
Aw.
anything, it's only 3 chapters in, but the main guy hosts a, like, love hotline on the radio.
Oh, that's cute.
And the woman's 12-year-old daughter called in for her, and the
Oh
mom
my
heard her on the
god.
phone and was like, "Give me your phone. Who are you talking to at 10 o'clock at night?" And she gets on the phone and she hears it's, like, a grown man, and she goes, "You sicko, like, why are you talking to my 12-year-old daughter in the middle of the night?" And my mom
That's really
and the
funny.
daughter's like, "It's not for me." And the guy's like, "Yeah." And she was like, "I don't wanna hear anything, like, it's weird that you're on the phone with her." And he's like, "Why don't you just let her explain?" And she's like, "Why don't you explain yourself?" He goes, "'Cause you're not gonna listen to me, so just listen to your daughter."
Yeah,
And I
fair.
was like, "That's honestly so funny." What are you
So,
reading?
I am reading Archer's Voice.
What do you think? How far are you?
I am, like, 68%.
What do you think so?
Excuse me,
I
that was
loved it. It
nasty.
was my first 5 out
I
of 5
really
from
like
book
it.
club.
I'm really liking it,
Really
but
liked it.
I'm on eggshells.
Yeah, guys, there's a dead dad in there. That's not a spoiler. It's probably on the back cover. Wouldn't know, don't read them. But I
It's
did a
not
good job.
actually on the back cover.
I did a good job.
I was worried
I
because, like,
cried, but it was
people
unrelated to the dead dad.
people, like, die of cancer in that book, like, directly, and I read it and I was like, "Oh, I should have read this before Cassie, like,
Yep, the
I should have
mom's
warned
dead with
her."
cancer, died when she was
That's
young. So
exactly what it was.
there's not like a lot of talk about that, thankfully, because she was little when mom passed. And then dad was murdered. Like, it hit me when she was, like, thinking about him, but the whole, like, having to replay the, like, death
Honestly,
scenes and
though,
stuff,
eh,
it was okay.
honestly,
Okay,
though,
also, he's murdered. I
I
still feel bad, but
like, some exposure is good sometimes, so I think it was awesome that you got through the book
yeah, I did such a good job. I didn't cry until the end, and it was unrelated to the dead
to
dad.
the dad.
So, that's progress for me. I
Yeah,
cry at flash mobs, guys. It really doesn't take a lot, so
I'm very nervous, like, I'm not feeling that this is gonna be a happy ending book.
here's I don't wanna give it away,
Don't
though.
say anything because 'cause I'm really enjoying it, don't say a damn thing.
Okay. When you finish it, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts between the last chapter and the epilogue.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, but
I
I'm
won't say
really
it now,
enjoying
though.
it. I'm really liking it. I would
I
recommend it.
really liked it. I really liked it a lot.
There's nothing about it that's dropped it so
No.
far to
I mean,
4
the
stars.
writing's a little corny, but I don't hate it.
And the author, we've discussed this in our book chat, but kind of obsessed with nipples.
Yeah, like, a lot. And hey, to each their own. but even in non-sexual scenes, nipples are getting mentioned. It's like, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, but, like, this is the only qualm that I have, and it might knock it half stars or half a star, so, like, 4.5. There is no way in the history of history that the dude's a virgin,
Mhm.
and you're telling me that she's like, "This is the most mind-blowing sex I've ever had," and he's a fast learner? No way.
You know, maybe he's just naturally good at it, but she's
The
also
first
walking
time
him through it.
I do have to say, I really do enjoy the encouragement that this book, I think, would give of, like, women speaking up about what they want and how they want it done in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I like that
I liked that, and I mean, granted, if you haven't read it, a lot happens to Archer. Poor guy. But
a lot.
he's very vulnerable, especially sexually, and I feel like even though he is a virgin, he's 23. I do think, like, that was nice. Like, I think it was very nice that he, like, wore those emotions and that fear and excitement all on his sleeve for her.
And that he asked her, like, "Tell me what you want, and I will do
Yeah.
it."
Yeah,
Yes.
he was not I think a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
times when characters I don't know, I guess the last few books I've read, they've all been 500-year-old fae, so, like, they're not virgins.
No.
But they're, like, real not, "I'm gonna ask you what you want, just gonna show you what you want," kinda thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe when you're doing it for
Which is
500
not how
years.
it works in the world.
Also,
Not
speaking
how it
of,
works.
this is such a side note, but I was on Instagram and there was an artist, and they made a picture of Cassian in a Christmas sweater, and it said, "Ho ho headboard."
That needs to be a t-shirt.
I love it. Also, something, like, I don't know if this is just me, but I cannot tell when artists are doing AI or, like, versus regular art. Like, there's a lot of art I like on Instagram, and I'm like, "Is this AI?" Like, I can't and maybe that's just me not knowing enough about art, like, especially computer art, graphic design,
No,
whatever.
I saw something the other day and I questioned. I was like, listen, I think I'm in my state of questioning everything because
Well, I think we
literally
have to be.
everything that I see on the internet, I'm like, I don't believe that until it comes from like an actual credible source because everything is AI right now.
Well, I hope as far as art and AI goes, that if you are claiming that this art is yours, that it's not just
Mm-hmm.
AI art, that you actually did it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for I don't know. I want book art. I love book art. I love realistic book art. But if you're just getting it off ChatGPT or AI or something, like, I would be upset that you then put your name on it. Like, I hope that these artists are, like, really doing it, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, maybe they are. I have no idea how people make art on the computer.
I'm trying to get away from utilizing. Not that I really ever was in the first place, like, I feel like I identify as a creative, and so I, as a creative, try really hard to only use either, like, the internet or, like, already created art or AI, whatever it is, like, as I try not to go any further than just using it as, like, a helpful reference
Yeah,
in
I agree.
creating my own version.
Mhm.
Instead of using it as, like, the basis, because I think sometimes yeah, sometimes it's just easier to, like, use
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. I'm trying really hard because I think there's a time and a place for AI, and
Yeah. I mean, you know, like, I've used it to insert a book with, like, Zelda or something, but even that, like, I really have been working a lot on my photo editing, so, like, I'm trying to even
you've been
wean
doing
that
so good
away.
with your photo editing. Your pictures you
Yeah.
sent me today were so cute.
Hmm.
I liked the
I
pucking
posted one.
around one. We should post that one soon.
I posted that today. I posted it before
Amazing.
because I was like, "Oh, she hasn't
I
posted
was gonna say,
anything yet."
I'll look.
It's okay.
Can't.
So
Okay,
I just hope that
so
that's real art because I really like it.
me too. I thought about that. Like,
Yeah.
the videos and stuff especially.
See, so here's the thing, if you're an artist and you do your drawing or whatever, and then you have AI turn it into a video, like, I think that's one thing, but, like, to completely get everything off AI
Hmm. I
is
don't know how
different.
I feel about all of it.
I don't know, I just saw a post not just, but I saw a post that said, "I want AI that does my dishes and my laundry so I can do my
Yes.
art, not AI that does my art so I can do my dishes and laundry."
Yes.
I was like, "Same."
Well, soon enough, we'll have, like, in-home bots that can do all of the shit that
That's for rich
honestly, at
people.
some point
We're never gonna have that. You
well,
and I are never gonna have that.
no, no, maybe my son will.
Maybe. That's
Honestly,
true.
at some point, all of jobs will be null and void because technology is just gonna become so
Stop, that's my
advanced,
biggest anxiety, I can't even think about it.
and no one's gonna need to, like, work because there's not gonna be jobs because there's gonna be bots that basically just do everything, which
Literally
honestly,
my biggest fear.
I wouldn't hate it, but then, like, how do you
Well,
if you don't
money.
work
How do you get money?
yeah, like, if you don't work, then okay, we're really going into a totally different yeah. So today on this episode, we have decided to we planned this well, we didn't plan to record this on this day, but we've had this on our
We planned
mind.
to record this, like, a month ago, guys.
Yeah. I like the, like, last minute, "Hey, what do
Yeah.
you wanna record?" And we just pick something from the roster. Today, we're talking about the first Bridgerton book called The Duke and I,
Mhm.
and we're diving into these books because season 4 is coming out in January? Yeah.
You said January, I have no idea. I believe
Yeah,
you.
I believe it's January, and then I think the second like, they're doing it in, like, 2 segments like they did with the
Yeah.
last season,
I won't watch it
so
till the
they're
second one's out.
I will watch it. I can't wait. I have no speaking of no patience. So Benedict is the main focus. That's the character that the main focus of this new season is on. And his book is the 3rd book because season 3 of
They did it out of
Bridgerton,
order.
they just released yeah, they did things out of order.
Yeah.
But Benedict's season is coming out and we want to get to his book to talk about it around the time that everything's releasing and kind of
Yeah.
parallel. So I'm actually really excited to talk about this book because I think one of the biggest discussion points and qualms I have with this book is the portrayal of how much, and it's hard to talk about the book without talking about the TV show, but how much Daphne's character was so different from the
Mhm.
show because I watched the
I
show
have at
first
the
and
end
then read the books.
comparing the show and the
Amazing. Yeah, because I'm sorry, I watched the shows
Mhm.
I watched the show before I watched the book. I can't talk tonight. I
I watched
watched
the
the
first
show
2
before I
seasons.
read the books.
I watched the first 2 seasons, then I read the books.
I had watched everything at that point, I think. Maybe not Penelope and Collins. Anyway, so we'll give you the synopsis, short and sweet. A
It
chronically
is.
single duke and a woman who's just here for the snacks, fake
Very
dating to
different.
shut up, literally, fake dating to shut up their families, only to discover that pretending to be in love is much harder when everyone is hot, dramatic, and emotionally repressed. Cue longing stares, societal scandals, and the world's most elaborate refusal to communicate. Yes,
I
that's very
mean,
accurate.
that's I almost wanna
Yeah.
jump into what's different about the book and the show because, like, already in our I guess we could touch on things, like, as we go.
Well, let me give
Because
a
in the
little
synopsis, Daphne is just here for the snacks. In the show, she is, like, rigid about this is her first season, she is going to find her I'm about to say mate, but her husband. And in the book, it's her 2nd or 3rd season, she's not the diamond, like, the diamond was not even a thing. Like, right
So
away, her character is very different.
let's give some context. So the single duke, his name is Simon, and Daphne obviously is the female lead. And I'm pretty sure in the book, yeah, it's like her 2nd or 3rd season and she's
Yeah.
older. Like she's like basically like marked by society as
She's borderline, like,
like old
yeah,
goods,
yeah.
basically.
What did they call it? They
I
had,
know
like, a
there's a
certain
term for
term,
it.
and I can't remember.
I don't remember. Maybe it'll come to
Mm.
me. But and then in the show, like you said, she's like 16 and she's like the diamond of the season, which the queen in the books and the show actually, I don't even think the
The
diamond is a
queen's
thing
not
in the
in the
books.
books. The queen, like,
Yeah,
she
she's really
maybe makes an
not.
appearance here and there, but she's, like, not a character in
No,
the
she's
book,
not really a
really.
big deal. She's a big deal on the show, and in the show thank you for reminding me. In the
Yeah,
show, she picks a diamond of the season as the queen. That's basically like, this is the sought after female of the season, of the season, basically the whole package, and Daphne is that in the show, and so already, like, it's so different.
yeah.
I didn't hate it.
No, I
It was
mean,
just a surprise.
there are things in other books that I'm going to be upset about, specifically Benedict's season coming up. There's some things I'm Benedict and, Francesca's too, I have some qualms with, but I feel like for the most part, they were fairly true to this book and to
See, what's funny
Anthony's
is
book.
Which is funny. I think they were fairly true to Anthony's book, which is the second one, which is The Viscount Who Loved Me.
We'll get there when we do the second one, but they did. I mean, there's a huge, like, glaring difference in that one.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, no.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of differences, actually. Um,
Yeah, I mean, they're the
they
same.
stayed,
They end up with the same people in similar ways, but not exactly the same ways.
yeah, and identities and
There's
race
new
and
characters, yeah.
sexuality is so different in the show versus the book. It's a whole thing.
I really like Simon. He's one of my favorite non-Bridgertons. Like one of my favorite ones
Mm,
that Mary's in. So if you haven't read or watched it, the Bridgertons are alphabetically in order. Anthony's the oldest, then Benedict, then Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Garrett.
yes.
Garrett. I feel like that's wrong.
Mm,
Gareth.
no,
I
it's
don't know,
not
something with a
Gareth.
G, and then Hyacinth. But books are not in that order. Daphne's the first book. She's the eldest daughter. Of course, she gets married before her older brothers,
It's
but
not Garrett. It's
it's not
Gregory.
Gregory. Where the hell did I get Garrett?
I mean, I agreed with you.
It just seems like a name of those times. Like, I don't know.
Actually, I liked Gregory's book.
I liked Gregory's book a lot.
Yeah, I liked his book.
I really
Hyacinth
liked Simon's.
Hyacinth was annoying. I liked Eloise's.
Eloise's was one of my favorites. I loved Francesca's, and that's why
Loved
I'm having
Francesca's.
some issues. And I'm trying not to be.
So I'm not yeah, I don't wanna give spoilers,
No,
but
I'm upset.
basically because everybody and their mother has watched Bridgerton at this point, so the show at least, so I'm
We're
not yeah,
assuming.
I'm just gonna go there. So, Francesca's book, a very large plot point of her book is that she has trouble getting pregnant,
Hmm.
and the person that she ends up with ultimately, who obviously it's a whole thing. Anyway, in the show, the person she ends up with, the guy that she ends up with, is changed to a female.
Kind
And
of.
people are questioning how her story and the depth of what she goes through is going to be altered with if they ultimately go in the direction that she is gay.
Look, there are other siblings you could have done that with, but not her.
Well, we already just because well, you know what? Maybe they'll blow our minds and they have, like, another idea and they'll do it so maybe they'll just blow our minds, and
The
I
only
hope
way
so.
they're gonna switch now because they already introduced that character as the female, like the character in the book as the female, is if the backlash was so terrible
Mm,
that they're like, "We can't do it." And honestly, I don't know. But
I
I'm
think they'll
upset.
stick
I
to it.
really liked her story and her journey and the emotional depth that her book brought because I don't feel like, and we've talked about this, that maybe we should take this all out, but like fertility is never like brought up in the way that hers was. And especially like for how a lot of women feel about what they're supposed to be able to do with their bodies. And then,
No, I don't think that we should take this out, and so yeah,
well,
I
just
think
because
that
we're not
they
on her book yet. I don't know. That's the only reason I said it.
no, it came
Like we're
up.
going
It's good
real into
content.
her book.
Yeah, we gotta shift, but basically, I agree with you. I was just gonna say, I agree, is that it's not talked about enough, and I think that that plot point
Yeah.
would offer a lot of emotional validation to see that played out on screen, and if it was done well, which
Yeah.
Bridgerton is I do
They
think it's a good show.
I think they spend time on what they're doing, so I do think it would
I
have
do
been
too.
done well,
Also,
which is what's upsetting.
Jonathan
That
Bailey's in it,
man.
that's all we need to know.
That man.
Like, we're not going in that direction yet. Back to Daphne and Simon. So, the main, I feel like, trope of this book is fake dating. And
Yes.
basically, the reason they decide to fake date is because Simon doesn't want to marry, and
And
Daphne
Anthony I was
the
gonna say
best catch of this.
yeah,
Wants
sorry.
the best catch of the, no, it's okay. Simon doesn't want to marry, and
Mhm.
Daphne wants the best catch of the season.
And I was gonna say, I forget if it's Anthony or Simon that actually says to her, "A man only wants what other men want." So, like, the reason she agreed to do it was because she thought it would get her other suitors.
I don't think it was Anthony.
It might have been Simon.
Maybe.
Well, because Anthony in the book, he was letting nobody court her. Like, not that
And
many
in
wanted
the
to,
show
he
too.
was not.
In the show too, he's the same way. Like, he's very particular. He's, like, walking her around the ballroom, and he's
Yeah,
basically like, he has debt, he's skeevy, like
mhm. But he was, like, aggressive in the book, more so, I feel like.
yeah.
Maybe not towards Simon, I think the aggression was the same, because Simon and Anthony are friends, they went to school together. So, like, Anthony knows all about Simon, he knows Simon doesn't wanna get married, doesn't wanna have kids, and he's annoyed that he doesn't know it's fake. So, like, he's very annoyed with Simon, like, "If you don't want any of this, why are you bothering my sister?" Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony's a bitch and a half in the first show, or in not the first show, in the first episode. I not episode, God
In
bless
the
it.
first season?
In the first season and in the first book,
Yeah.
Anthony is a pistol.
I feel like it was the first time he really had to think about taking over for his father, like, he was
Yeah.
of age where, like, the Viscount work became stuff he had to do, his sisters were getting married, like, I feel like it's the first time where really, like, that sunk in that he was,
He
like,
also doesn't, like, know
the lord or
himself, and so
whatever.
I think he just, like, got super overwhelmed and, like,
Mhm.
took it out on his family, and he didn't know who he wanted to be as Viscount yet.
And that's a lot more in the show. In the book, and I have this noted later, but it's fine, we could talk about it as we go, but in the books, the other family members are not that important.
No, but in the
They
show, they very much are.
Yeah, in the show, it's, like, much more of an ensemble cast, and then, like, you get their individual stories for the season, but, like, in the books, you barely hear about them. Like, maybe there's, like, some small interactions, whatever, but, like,
Which
it's
honestly I
not.
think is I think in some areas, like, I think that's what puts the show, like, above the books for
Yeah, I
me.
agree. I wish in the books you got more of what you get in the show. I think it's so
Yeah.
sweet.
I think honestly the only again, we just talked about this, but I think the only book that I really feel is at risk of not being done well is Francesca's story. Um,
Mm,
Other
I
than
agree.
that, like, I think I prefer I mean, I watched the show first, but a lot of people are like, "Oh, the book was better," but, like, a lot of the times you, like, read the book first, then watch,
I
but I just
prefer the
I
book
prefer the show.
to I'm gonna be real honest, this is a hot take, I don't think a lot of people are gonna agree. I hated Colin's season. But I also didn't like his book. He was
I hated
such
it
a little baby back bitch, and he was so annoying about Penelope. He was like, but she's old, and, you know, I've known her, and she was always weird and blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, "Just shut the fuck up. Why you gotta
I
insult her? Like, you're now I think you're beautiful, but back then, you know?"
I
I
did
hated
not
it.
like him in the books the most. Like, I think he was more of an
He was
ass
the
in the
worst.
books. In the show, he still had his, like, high and mighty, like, moments, but I think in the books, he was a big asshole.
I think he was an asshole in both.
I also didn't like their season because well, it didn't make me hate the whole season, but their sex scene was not I didn't need the whole entire walkthrough of him taking her virginity. Like, it just really didn't
No.
give for me. We keep getting off topic of Simon and Daphne.
Did you
I
like the fake
really
dating?
I need to read more books with fake dating because I think
Mhm.
it's like it's a nice, like, build up. It's a
I
nice,
like it.
like, obviously, like, they're fake dating, but, like, you get to watch them develop feelings before
Yeah.
they even really recognize it. I like it. It's a good trope.
There's, some good sports some good sports books with the big dating trope.
You and your damn hockey books.
Well, one that I'm thinking of specifically is actually baseball, but I liked it.
Mm,
I prefer hockey, though, as we all know.
I see.
Mhm.
I see. Next topic is a good one. Is Simon Basset traumatized, or is he a walking red flag now?
Both? Can you be both?
I think you can be both.
I think it's more trauma, but I think
I think it's 95% trauma and
Mhm.
5% red flag in the
Yeah,
sense that I think his trauma is extremely valid.
valid.
Basically, he had a shitty ass dad who basically told him he was scum and he was never going to live up to the standards that he had hoped for a son
Because Simon
because
has a
of his
stutter,
stutter.
and he was
And
nonverbal for a while, like, till a little like, 3 maybe, I
he
think.
was pretty
2 or 3.
quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think all of that, like, his dad was really awful, and all of that is valid. What I struggle with is with the 5% is, like, I understand, like, why he, like, made this vow to his dad that he didn't wanna have children to, like, basically get back at his dad, but, like, once he, like, falls in love with Daphne,
Mhm. He won't even tell her.
let it go, bro.
That's my
Let it
thing, the
go.
and even the not letting go is one thing, but, like, he didn't even tell her, he was just like, "I can't have kids." Well, can't is a physical, and won't is a mental.
Well, and then it's a whole thing when and I can't remember if they do this in the book, but in the show,
It wasn't as
it's a
aggressive in the book.
okay, and it's more aggressive in the show that she figures out
Mhm.
how it's very highlighted that she is immature and naive, and her mother doesn't tell her, like, how babies are made. Like, she obviously knows about sex, but doesn't understand that the actual, like, ejaculation is what
Yeah, makes a
makes
baby.
babies, and she's very fooled, and it's much more of a plot in the
Yeah.
show, but
In
yeah,
She is a at least in the show, is aware she doesn't know something. In the book, she doesn't. She's
she has no idea.
blissfully
She's
unaware, like, yeah. She did not find out quite the same way in the book. It was like and she was much shy like, she had a lot more autonomy, I feel like, in the show. In the book, she very much was, like, the first of the daughters, she was very sheltered. In the book, she had, like, a little mischievous side to her. Or
she
sorry, in the
did
show, she had more of a mischievous side to her.
in the show, she did?
Yeah. In the
Yeah,
book, she was, like, a lot or the way the parents wanted her to be, I guess, like, the best way to say that. Like, she didn't question as much as she did in the show.
that's fair. I also think that, like, I know we have on here to talk about her as, like, a heroine and stuff, and I think that she's more I don't know, because I think she's more innocent and naive in the show, but she's also, like, I think a little more strategic
She is
in
very strategic in the show.
the show, and in the book, like, it's just so vastly different. Like, in the book, she doesn't give innocent and naive, I feel, because she's, like, older, and this is, like, her 2nd or 3rd season. Like, she's very much painted as, like, this beautiful, pure diamond, of the season, and she has to live up to that standard. It's a totally different character, if I'm being honest.
Well, in the book too, she says, "No man sees me as a friend. Nobody wants to marry me. They just wanna, like, know me, basically."
And that's not how it is in the show at all.
Not at all.
No, like, she is sought after. Like, she
Yeah.
is the eye candy of the room.
In the book so in the show, they added the prince, but in the book, her only other suitor is Nigel Burbrook. Yeah.
And that whole situation is just, like, messed up
And
because
that
he's, like, so much older than her, and Anthony,
Yeah.
like,
And
agrees to
he's
marry her
so much
off.
more aggressive in the book too.
Yes.
It was gross.
F Nigel.
Yeah, that was gross. He was so aggressive in the book. And, like, not that he wasn't aggressive in the show, but, like, repeated times aggressive
Mhm.
in the book.
Yeah, not good. Actually, that's a good, like, leeway into one of the next points we have. So many problems, both in the book and in the show, could have been solved with one honest conversation.
Truly.
Like, if Daphne and her brother had communicated more, like, the Nigel Burbrook thing could have just been, like,
Mhm.
squashed. If Simon had told Daphne about his history and his trauma with his dad, that could have been squashed. I don't think that I don't know, it's interesting to consider, like, we haven't noted here, but it's interesting to consider miscommunication as, like, a lazy plot. I can see why that would be a thing, but I don't feel that it was a lazy plot in this.
I've seen that the miscommunication trope
Yeah,
is
like, people
just
are like, "I
lazy,
don't."
but to me, I feel like you almost have to think harder about who can't know this to make it a miscommunication. How much can they know? Like, it seems like a trope that it requires more work than another one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you have to, like, be aware of who knows what and how much I can, like, have them discuss and how much I have to show in flashbacks, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. I don't think of miscommunication as lazy at all.
No, not at all. I don't know, I think people just wanna whine about something.
Yeah. I mean, not to be like a bitch, because every author you still wrote a book. But what does feel lazy is friends to lovers. It's already halfway done by the time you start the book. I mean, granted, I don't read that many because I don't like that trope, but I feel like half the work's already done.
I lived that trope in my real life,
Mhm.
and it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Andrew and I were never friends.
It either works or it doesn't, and I'm here to say that in my experience, it did not.
Andrew's my best friend. We weren't friends first.
No,
I
Dylan
don't
and I
think I
weren't.
ever dated a friend.
I mean, Dylan and I were friends technically first, but I always
Barely.
had ulterior motives.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think, like, when a book starts out and it's like, "This has been my best friend since kindergarten," well, half the work of the book is done now.
Yep.
You're already halfway there. So, I don't
All you
know,
gotta do is all you
maybe
gotta do
that's
is
just
kiss and
me.
fall in love. Like the whole
Yeah.
like build up of like the basis of the
There's nothing
relationship is
there.
done.
Except fucking Colin. He was an asshole. That was friends to lovers, technically. Whatever, Colin.
Friends,
I
I
love
feel
that
like is a
actor. He's
loose
gorgeous, but I
friends
hate
I feel like is a loose term because he like was friends
it
to
was
her
like
like
Eloise's friend too,
yeah, like
technically.
eh, friends was I think that's a loose term because he like was friends with her, but then when it came to like
He didn't
being
know her.
publicly like friends with her in society, like he had shit to say behind her
Yeah.
back.
I do love that the Bridgerton brothers always dance with her at every
Yeah,
ball.
that's not in the show, and
No, it's only in the books, and I just love that little fact.
I know it's really cute.
Their mom always made them dance. They knew they were gonna have to dance, but they all always wanted like, it was her. They always danced with her, and I love that. I think that's cute.
Me too. This is a good topic. Consent and
Mm.
controversy and just interpreting consent in historical romance.
Yeah.
Truly, in my opinion, this whole situation, this
Mhm.
whole society structure is not consensual.
Yeah. I also, like, very s if just going in specifically about Simon and Daphne, it's like, technically, I would say hers is like a false consent at first because she doesn't actually know fully, like, what's expected or
I
what's
mean,
going to
also,
happen.
I don't think it's consensual, like the whole setup
Mm-mm.
of society, but also, like, these girls don't know any different.
Correct.
And so their whole, like, worldview of life is that, like, as a woman, my job is
I
to
don't get to
marry.
say no.
I don't get to say no.
Yeah.
I think when it becomes an issue for me is when honestly, Eloise is a good example. Eloise has no interest in that
Mhm.
engaging in that type of societal structure, and she's very much pressured to
No,
that's where it
she
kind
gets a good
of
loophole through the way
she
she does
does.
it.
She does, but, I think that, that's where it becomes, like I think as soon as the woman or the girl is like, "I don't want this," that's
Mhm.
when it's not okay to me. But if they're, like, willingly entering into it, I think it's still the piece of just, like, I don't know any different, and I've always been taught
Yeah.
that this is my purpose. Like, somebody else wrote you your life story, and I
Yeah.
don't like that. I don't
No,
like
I
it.
agree. I mean, every woman should have been able to say no. Like, if it's your husband, you should still get to say no. So, like,
Yeah.
these women did not also these women, they're book characters, but this was a real time that happened. Didn't even know that that was an option for them. So, like, I would say it was 50-50 with the consent probably, and that might be being generous. That feels generous because some of them don't even wanna marry who they marry. So,
No.
like, it's probably 0 consent in those relationships. 'Cause you didn't even get to say, like,
Yeah, like
technically, Anthony agreed to Nigel Burbaum or whatever the hell his name was. What Burbaum.
Herbrook? Burbomb. Wait, I'm dead, that's so good.
He agreed that Daphne would marry Nigel, and Daphne's like, "No, the fuck I won't. Like, I'm
No.
not marrying him." And Anthony's like, "Well, I already agreed." And she's like, "Unagree. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not
Yeah.
marrying."
Yeah, the whole, like, man of the house has control it's a whole
Yeah, it's
fucking shit
gross.
show.
It's gross.
Alright, let's play a game.
Okay, so what's funny is that it kind of leads into it perfectly. It's called red flags or Regency reality. So, like,
Okay.
red flag, or was it like normal back then? Okay.
Okay.
I guess, but you could think of it through a modern lens. So, however you wanted, I don't care.
Okay.
Falling in love after exactly 3 dances and one intense stare. Red flag or reality? I say red flag.
That's Definitely a red flag.
Even back then, that was a red flag.
Yep.
Getting engaged because of public scandal. That was reality back then.
Yeah, that's Regency reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, okay. Marrying someone you barely know. That part is reality, right? But here's the second part. But insisting it's true love.
It depends on why it depends on why you're saying it's real love. Like, what's your intent behind that? Like, are you doing it?
You're thinking a lot about this.
I am. I'm over it.
It's
Next.
red flag. Withholding critical information because you never asked.
Red flag.
Then, now, tomorrow, red flag.
Red flag.
Storming off instead of talking through conflict.
That's just a red flag.
Red flag. Letting gossip columns control your personal life.
Red flag.
Red flag. Were there many in real life? Were there gossip columns like that? I don't even know.
I don't think so.
Using sarcasm as a primary personality trait.
Red flag.
I think it's okay to do that, but that's
Nope.
just me.
We're not playing the is it okay or is it not okay. We're playing red flag or Regency reality. Red flag. It's
Try
not
to take
okay.
that personally. Thinking emotional vulnerability is worse than social ruin. Then in it.
Regency reality.
You think? Refusing. Sorry, I was going to keep going.
No, go ahead.
Refusing therapy because gentlemen do not discuss feelings.
Red flag.
Proposing marriage while emotionally unavailable.
Regency reality.
But also, like, a lot of people do that now. So, red
Red
flag.
flag. Both.
Social rules that only apply to women. Red flag.
Also Regency reality.
Yes, that's true. Older brothers aggressively intimidating potential suitors. Feel like that's
kind of
real now and
that's
then and
yeah.
forever, honestly.
Yeah.
Mothers treating marriage like an extreme sport. Red flag.
That's
Red flag then, red flag now.
yeah.
But even there are mothers in the books that don't act like that, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like if
right.
you're one of those, like, it still was a red flag then.
No, you're right. You're right.
Being scandalized by hand-holding but fine with emotional manipulation.
That's just a red flag.
That's also just, like, reality back then.
Truly.
You can't
Seriously.
handhold, but you can plot some crazy shit.
That's crazy.
That's all I got.
I was gonna say I forget what I rated this book. Yeah. Oh my god, read your quote.
Well, hold on. Do you wanna talk about a couple other ways that the show was different than the book or no? So, like,
Yeah.
Marina Thompson was not a real character in the book.
Well, yeah, let's hit just a few.
So
Marina Thompson can suck nut.
Marina Thompson in the show was the Featheringtons' cousin, but in the book and she's not she's only mentioned, like, she's never actually in it. She's mentioned in Eloise's book,
Yeah.
and that's it, and it's Eloise's, like, second cousin. It's not the Featheringtons' it.
Yeah. No, Marina Thompson can suck nut.
Yeah, I didn't like her at all.
No.
Um,
I should
Anthony
probably not say suck nut on my podcast, but
Anthony did not have a lover in the book,
I
in any of
enjoyed
the books.
no, I enjoyed that because I think it helps with character development, honestly.
I think so too. I think he needed, at least in the show, because like I said, the rest of the family's much bigger in the show. I think we needed to see him become ready to be Viscount.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
Yep. And part of that was having a scandalous like side relationship
Yes.
and thinking that he was in
He
love
needed to
and he
outgrow
really
all of it.
wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
We already talked about Nigel.
It's just so much more aggressive though.
Yeah, so much more aggressive. I love this bullet point that Simon's trauma is not talked about in the books
It's really
because
not. You get a little bit of the stutter here and there, but you don't get a ton of his back. And
no.
Lady
Lady
Danbury was
Danbury,
not
yeah.
in the book. Like, she is, but she's not.
She is, but she's not. No, they made those characters
Yeah.
much bigger.
Yeah. Like, in the books, Lady Danbury's, like, they didn't ever, like, they loved her, but, like, she was such a busybody. So, like, really
Yeah.
only Hyacinth in her book spent a lot of time with Danbury. The other ones,
That's
like, they
fair.
saw her at events, I feel like. They didn't really, like, spend a ton of time
And
with
they
her.
like ran away from her.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lady Whistledown, who's like the secret person, she hasn't even come up yet, but the secret person who writes the society papers and the gossip.
Mhm.
she's uncovered or revealed in the first season at the end, but she's not revealed until the 4th book
Yeah.
when you're reading the books. And then this is a small thing, but Simon doesn't box in the books, but he does box in
Yeah.
the
I think that was
show.
just to add to his, like, bad boy
I
kind
think
of
so too.
appearance, you know?
Yeah.
How did you
I
feel about Whistledown? Like, obviously, you and I we just said we watched the show before we read this book. So, like, I was surprised that it took so long for Whistledown to come out, but I kinda liked it. Like, I wish the show didn't give it away so soon.
yeah, I kinda wish they would have waited until, like, maybe season 2.
Yeah. Like, I liked the, like, keep me guessing type thing.
Yeah, I think it would have made more sense if actually, honestly, I think it would have made more sense if it had well, I won't give the reason why because I don't wanna spoil. I don't know, everybody fucking knows this, but I would have preferred maybe even waiting until, like, the 3rd season to
Yeah,
reveal.
because the 3rd season was the 4th book. So,
Yes.
it would have evened out, I guess, kind of that way.
I also think too, there was, like, advantages of them revealing early because then it's like, you know this whole time, but the other characters don't, so it very
Mhm.
much, like, builds suspense, and it does add depth to the character who is Whistledown.
Yeah, it allows for more plot points
Yes.
and things like that. So I get
So I
it, but
understand
I
why they did
liked
it.
the mystery.
Yeah,
I
that's
liked the
fair.
guessing.
I didn't Miranda Thompson was annoying,
Yeah.
both. Well, she wasn't really big in the books, but
No.
she was
She was
annoying in the
so
show,
annoying in the show. And
and I
she
already
there's,
gave
like, a
my
whole storyline. Like, they really engrossed her in the show.
they
Like,
really did engross
Colin
her in the
and
show.
proposed to her in the show. Like, she was, like, huge in the
I
show.
think she was a big plot point for the Featherington family in the show,
Mhm.
like, they did more with that,
Yeah.
and there's also a younger sister, younger than Penelope in the books,
Yes, there's
and
another Featherington.
there's not in the show, which I wonder why they
Mm-mm.
cut her out.
'Cause she's the youngest would have been around Eloise's age because it was, like, Eloise and what's her name?
Penelope?
Penelope were best friends, and then Hyacinth was best friends with the
Yeah.
youngest Featherington, so I
Yeah,
think
I'm
that would have been
curious
kind of interesting.
they must have chosen other things to
Yeah, and
highlight, like
the Featherington money thing was not the same.
no, it wasn't. Like, no, it's yeah. So there were
But
things that
again,
worked and then there were things that didn't.
in the books, you don't really get much of other characters, so, like, I get they did have to add a lot for the Featheringtons to make them what
Yeah,
they are in the show, you
like
know?
buff them up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's
it's
fair.
just, like, every now and then you're like, "Eloise whispered to Penelope." Like, it's not,
Yeah,
huge.
no. I forget what I rated this book.
I think I gave it a 5.
Will you look on my Goodreads? Because I'm
Yeah, let
obviously
me go
signed
look.
out because of my new phone. I don't think I gave it a 5.
Maybe I didn't.
I think maybe I gave it a 4.
You're making me question it now. This was right around when I got Goodreads.
Okay. The series was really like what
Well, I gave it a 4.
okay. The series was really what kicked off us, like, reading
You gave it
together.
a 3. So
Alright, yeah, that makes
I
sense.
didn't write anything for mine yet, but you wrote not nearly as much depth as the show, but I enjoyed more interactions between the Duke and Duchess that
Yeah,
are missed in the show, intrigued enough to keep me reading the series.
yeah. I would stand by that still. Yeah,
I think my
yeah.
favorite I know you really liked Benedict's.
I liked Benedict's and Francesca's.
I loved Benedict's, but I think Eloise beat him by, like, a hair for me.
No, you really liked that one, and I
I did. I think it's because I really liked the guy,
yeah, and I
like a big bulky nerd. That's me. That's my guy.
I know it
Big
is.
bulky.
I love that for you.
Yeah. But then Benedict's
Well,
and Francesca's were my favorites. Also, those 3.
yeah. Your quote.
So, I wanted to put the quote just because something's broken doesn't mean it doesn't deserve love, but I'm pretty sure that was only in the show. I didn't put
Mm,
that. So I did pick a Lady Whistledown quote that says, "To say that men can be bullheaded would be insulting to the bull." I just thought that I
okay.
mean, you can have your own opinions, but Lady Whistledown said it.
That's really
Oh my
funny.
god, the
I
hiccups,
have
thank
the
you.
hiccups.
Yeah, because I love Daphne said that to Simon when after she, like, figured out everything and how to have kids and stuff, and he was saying, like, "My explaining my dad didn't love me because I was broken or I wasn't right or something, and she was like, "Just because something's broken or different doesn't mean it doesn't deserve love."
But yeah,
Yeah, and I loved that, but I'm almost positive it was only in the show, but I'm not
yeah,
sure, so I didn't put it in.
that's fair.
Yeah,
I don't know what we're recording next.
me either. We got a lot on
Shows
our list, though,
will surprise you all.
and us.
Oh god, I'm sorry about the hiccups.
What are you gonna do? You got 'em.
No, I know, I'm just letting the listeners know. It's kind of annoying. Follow us on socials, as always.
Instagram, TikTok, we have our website. This I don't know if this is aging me old or young, I don't know, but I don't understand how to be a Facebook page.
No, I'd be okay if we deleted it.
Well, we have but it's like our parents and our parents' friends that follow it. So, like, it's fine because we just have it hooked up, so anything we post on Instagram goes to our Facebook, so it just
Yeah,
works.
wait,
What are
it's
you gonna do?
fine.
But, like, your mom follows us all, and she was the one who wanted us to get it. So, we'll just
Honestly, that's fine. Thanks,
I'll keep
Beth.
it for you, Bethany.
Alright, well, thanks for listening us that wasn't English. Thanks for listening to us talk about Daphne and Simon. And I'm not doing well because I have the hiccups. Yeah, thanks for joining us on this episode where we talked about The Duke and I, the first book in the Bridgerton series, even though we talked about
So many other
things about Bridgerton that weren't related to this book. But we hit
Mm-mm.
all our plot points. That's fine. So until the next chapter, stay cunning, stay brave, and remember you are your own high lady. My cat also just shit and it smells like I'm out.
Bye, guys.